Hey everybody, this video brings us out to Pottsgrove, Pennsylvania. And the reason why we are out in Pottsgrove, Pennsylvania today is to take a look at something pretty awesome. I love coming out here to see. It's something I actually brought you guys out here about 4 or so months ago to take a look at by myself. But then Sean saw the video and said, Daddy, I want to come out here. I want to see these. I want to smash some rocks with hammers. We are back at Ringing Rocks Park, a really interesting park with a really interesting natural phenomenon where when you take a hammer, you smash a giant boulder, it dings and rings like an actual bell. It is really, really awesome right here in Pottsgrove, Pennsylvania. I brought Sean. We've brought 2 hammers. We're gonna go smash some rocks and make them sound like bells. So if you're actually looking for this park, it's not the easiest thing to find when doing a Google search. It'll take you to a completely different place. I just want to warn you about that. The best way to find this is actually do a Google search for the Ringing Rocks roller skating rink, which is right there, an awesome, amazing roller skating rink. Park over here, and then right off the parking lot, it'll say no vehicles beyond this point by order of Ringing Hills Fire Department. Just walk down this little path right here, and you will stumble upon a giant field of glacier boulders. This is pretty awesome. You excited about this? You excited to see the giant field of boulders? Now we have to be careful. I just tripped on a stick there. Don't know if I picked up on film, but I just fell over a stick, which means I have to be really, really careful because if I'm tripping over sticks, I don't know what I'm gonna do on all this. So Sean just asked, is this one of the actual rocks that sounds like a bell? Go ahead, hit it. Nope, just a clunk, nothing. And the reason for that, well, actually, technically, scientists have no idea why these rocks sound like bells when you hit them. But the theory is the rocks are actually under extreme pressure because apparently scientists took some of these rocks, they cut them in half, and after they cut them in half, they realized they no longer rang like rocks because the pressure had been released, or at least that's the theory. But these outlining rocks, the rocks here on the outskirts of the actual field, have weathered over time due to the fact that they actually touch the ground. So all the thawing of the ground over the years has actually released the pressure from these rocks. It's cracked many of these rocks. However, the ones out here actually on the field sit on top of other rocks. They haven't been weathered, and they're still under extreme pressure, or at least so the theory goes. And due to that extreme pressure, that's why they actually ring like bells. So you're gonna see, buddy, when we actually get out to the rocks in the middle of the field, they're gonna ring. So I'm really happy we brought 2 hammers with us because I think I brought the bad hammer, because my hammer does this. It kind of makes a digging sound no matter what I do. Go ahead, hit it with your hammer. His hammer makes a clunking sound, as it should. So for some reason, my hammer always just kind of sounds almost like a bell, which is not what I was going for. So again, happy we brought 2 hammers. Another question Sean wanted to know is, are there snakes out here? And the answer is, yeah, probably. There are probably snakes out here somewhere within the rocks, and probably very large spiders as well. 2 things we're not huge fans of. And as we know, snakes do like to attack me. So we're gonna have to be very, very careful. Also on top of that, it's very, very buggy out here as well. At least the weather's nice today. There's a nice breeze blowing. It's like 70-something degrees. It's actually kind of beautiful out today. But yeah, watch out for snakes, watch out for spiders, and please don't break an ankle. And this is why when you come out here, you have to be very, very careful. Not every one of these rocks is stable. But all right, you ready to hit some boulders with hammers to see if they make sounds? All right, let's see. That one sounded pretty good. Oh, that's a good one too. No. Oh, that's it. Oh, so the one that actually moves sounds pretty good. So yeah, these all sound like bells when you hit them with hammers. Oh, that's a good one as well. You see? These are pretty awesome. You can make some music with these. We just found a rock that sounds really, really good. All right, hit this one right here. Listen to that one. That is awesome. That one's so cool. That's probably the one that sounds like a bell the most so far. So Sean's been noticing that clearly over the years, people have been hitting these rocks in these same exact spots. There's all kinds of areas on top of the rocks that are kind of like flattened out. That one sounded really good. That's a good sounding rock. You can see down here where people have been hitting this one. That's a pretty good one as well. And ooh, that one sounds really good. So clearly you can tell that people have been coming out here for just decades and decades and decades and just hitting these rocks with hammers, and pretty much all in the same exact spots, which makes sense because you see one little indentation, another person comes out here, they see that indentation, they all just kind of hit in the same spot, because you kind of figure, okay, well, if this rock makes a sound, it probably makes a sound right where everybody has been hitting in the same spots. And then some of them just clunk and do absolutely nothing. But again, people are testing it out. People go, oh, all right, let's see if this rock makes any noise. And then it doesn't, and they move on. But they all kind of hit them in the same exact spot. So if you do come out here and you are trying to figure out which ones make the best sounds, I mean, you're gonna have to do some testing, because not everyone makes a sound, but as long as you just kind of hit in the general area everybody else has been hitting, it'd be pretty good. So if you're wondering why this field of boulders is here in the first place, that's also something that seems to be plaguing scientists. Now, most likely, in theory anyway, this is a deposit of glacier boulders, meaning that when a glacier comes to its end after digging up all kinds of different rocks and whatnot, it deposits them at the end of the actual glacier. However, with that being said, there apparently aren't any signs of there actually being glaciers right here in the first place. So I guess usually there's kind of like a gully or something like that where a glacier clearly at one point used to be back during the Ice Age. But supposedly there's not any signs of a glacier ever being here. So scientists are also not entirely sure why there's a giant field of boulders. So I'm just going to assume these are glacier rocks. That's what it looks like to me. That's what I think they are. My scientific knowledge says these are definitely glacier boulders. But I mean, if scientists don't know, I guess really, I don't know. All right, so Sean is playing it safe. He doesn't really want to go any further out onto the rocks, and I don't blame him. It's gotten kind of treacherous over here, if you will. The rocks are a bit more spaced out. There's not as many flat rocks, and it's a little bit more difficult to traverse these rocks here. So I'll go out a little bit further, and I'll hit some of these. Yeah, that's a good sounding one. Oh, we have a winner. And that there is officially the best sounding boulder we have found thus far. That is amazing. So unfortunately, over the years, kids have come out here and they have done some tagging on these rocks, which is a shame. They have ruined all of these rocks with spray paint. What would be an amazing, beautiful field now has been completely tagged up. And I do apologize because some of this is not exactly the most family-friendly tagging. There are some bad words out here, so I do apologize if you do see some not so nice words. Let's check out this rock here. Yeah, this rock makes absolutely no sound whatsoever, and most likely that's due to the fact that it has actually cracked over time. All the pressure this rock was once under has gone away due to the fact that it has actually cracked, as opposed to, again, a rock like this that has no cracks and sounds amazing. Sean just pointed out to me that I have to be very, very careful while I'm out here, because if I do end up falling into these rocks and hurting myself, he can't actually make his way out here to help me, which does make sense. If you do come out to a place like this, it probably is a good idea to bring somebody along with you who could indeed help you, because if I do happen to fall and hit my head or something like that, and I can't call anybody, I'm kind of out of luck. Sean can maybe go get some help somewhere or something like that. But if I was here by myself, yeah, I'd be completely out of luck. I don't think I'm going to go much further out onto the rocks either, although I would kind of like to go up there. I've never been up to that part of the park before. I've only ever been down kind of in this sort of like gully area here. Never made it up there. That's a good sounding rock right there. So again, these rocks are pretty amazing. Some of them just clunk, sound like nothing. And now I'm stuck. Yeah, maybe doing this with literally no hands. One hand with a camera in my hand, the other hand with a hammer in the hand. Probably not the smartest idea I've ever had in my entire life. Sean's the smart one. Sean's like, I'm staying here. I'm not crazy. I'm not going out there. I'm the crazy one. I'm the one who's nuts. But I mean, can you blame me? These rocks are amazing. Not so much that one though. I honestly thought this rock right here probably wouldn't make much of a sound, but just goes to show you, you shouldn't always assume, because that one sounds awesome. I think even if you stand on them, yeah, even standing on them, it doesn't change the sound. You can stand on these rocks and hit them with hammers, and they still sound exactly the same. That one sounds like nothing. That's a good one. Whew. Again, nice day out today, but climbing on rocks gets you sweaty. There's a couple of rocks here that sound really good. And this one too. Those are awesome sounding rocks. Let's see what Maggie's rock here sounds like. Maggie, you picked a bad rock. Well, I've got good news and I've got bad news. Somehow I've actually made a circle, and I'm kind of back to where we began, where the actual entrance to the park is. The bad news is, because I made a circle, I left Sean all the way down there. So I actually have to make my way back to Sean now to try to rescue him so he doesn't break an ankle, because we don't need that happening. But I guess in the meantime, I'm gonna find a lot of clunkers. That one's okay. All right, so again, I've actually made my way back to the beginning of the park, the trail that leads you into the field of boulders. So, all right, Sean, have fun. Welcome to your new home. Just maybe crawl under a rock somewhere to keep away from the elements. Make friends with some snakes and some spiders. You'll be just fine. I promise you. All right, see ya. Bye. No, I'm only kidding. I would never leave my son out here. I mean, I need him for tax season. He's a write-off. I just can't stop hitting the rocks. I've just completely bypassed Sean to come out here and test some more of these rocks. Listen to this one. That's a good sounding one. Nothing sounds as good as that one down there. That one down there was the best one by far. I'm trying to find another rock that sounds as good as that one sounded. Ooh, this one here tells you exactly where to hit, as I almost fall to my death. And that one sounds like nothing. I'm not gonna go too much further out here because it is getting kind of dangerous. I mean, this is a very steep incline. Yeah, I don't think I should go out there either. I don't really want to fall to my death. That's why you're over there. You're the smart one. You're the one who's not climbing out here onto these rocks and risking your life just to make the sound of a bell. Ooh. All right, yeah, that's enough. All right, so I'm thinking that's just about gonna do it for Ringing Rocks Park. It is actually quite warm out here right now. I mean, there is a nice breeze blowing. The temperature isn't too bad. When the sun goes behind the clouds, it's kind of nice, but being in the direct sunlight, climbing around on these giant boulders, I'm getting quite warm. I'm getting quite sweaty, which I'm sure you can tell by the sweat stains all over my shirt right now. So I think I'm gonna call it quits. But before we do leave, there actually is one more thing I have to do, and that's ring this rock right down here, because this was definitely the best sounding one we have found at the park thus far. Listen to that. That sounds amazing. That is awesome. But all right, yeah, that's gonna do it. I need some water. So at some point we will have to come back out to this park for a third time, because I do want to venture around a bit more. I kind of want to go down to the bottom of a hill. It looks extremely dangerous, but I want to do that anyway. And at some point I definitely want to go all the way up there. But today we're not going to do that. I'm thinking maybe this fall I'll bring you guys back out here. We'll go explore a bit more, because it's just, like I said, it's kind of nice out today, but it's also kind of warm. And I don't really feel like climbing around on the rocks much more. And hey, look at this. I found Sean. Ready to go back to the car? Yeah. All right. Whew, yeah, quite sweaty now. This rad dad is very very disgusting and very sweaty from climbing out on all those rocks. Again, the temperature today is actually pretty nice, and the breeze blowing and the sun going behind the clouds. It's awesome. Nice day to kind of just hang out outside. A good day for climbing around on giant boulders. Nah, it's still a little too warm for that. But all right, guys, with that, we are done here at Ringing Rocks Park in Pottsgrove, Pennsylvania. An awesome place to check out. Bring some hammers, bring some eye protection, bring someone else, definitely, in case you fall and hurt yourself. Yeah. Bring proper climbing footwear as well, and then get out here and smash some giant glacier boulders with hammers and make them sound like bells. It is pretty amazing. Why not?
Or else you could fall, because like you said, down that way is very dangerous.
It is very dangerous.
So
someday I'm gonna do it. All right, guys, so again, that is it. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro rest stop t-shirts. Proceeds both from the Spreadshirt and from Patreon to help support the show. They keep the show going. And if you guys have ever been out here to Ringing Rocks Park in Pottsgrove, Pennsylvania, leave your comments down below. Want to hear from you guys, want to hear about your adventures out here. And if you watch this video all the way to the very end, hashtag
be very, very, very careful.
Ooh, 3 varies? Be very, very, very careful if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end. So again, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.